Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Melody of Magnet. Unscripted, right? I'm thinking of Kingdom Hearts for some reason. Another episode of Memory of Magnet with Amanda DeLalla. I'm your host, Amanda DeLalla. And as before, I have all minus one of my Broadway show magnets scattered below me. It's time to mix them up and select one at random to tell its story. And I hope you'll enjoy what I have to say tonight. It's like I'm performing some kind of ritual. What do we have? Oh, I got one. Oh my God, another Sondheim show. Oh my goodness. It's like, it's prophetic. I hope it's prophetic. Anyway, this magnet was from the 2019 Roundabout Theater revival of Merrily We Roll Along, which played off-Broadway at the Laura Pels Theater. I remember first walking into the theaters to see this show and being amazed by Derek McLean's incredible set. I wish I had a photo of it on me right now, but it's buried in my phone somewhere. Nevertheless, it was very abstract, but it worked really well for what Fiasco Theater, which is Roundabout's resident company, was aiming to accomplish in performing this musical that famously played for under 20 performances on Broadway before shutting its doors. It's now considered to be one of the most memorable scores ever written for the theater by Stephen Sondheim again. Thank you very much. And yet, way back when it first played Broadway, it was in the 80s, I believe. It's late. But nevertheless, the book, the libretto, is what was considered to have sunk it. But Fiasco Theater apparently worked with Sondheim extensively while they were preparing to do this revival. And they had about 6 or 7 actors playing all the roles, which was kind of amazing. And the fact that they were able to just swap so quickly and slide into all these different characters and still managing to keep the story coherent, it really speaks to how well trained the Fiasco Theater group is. And you probably know this already, but Merrily We Roll Along is famous for being told backwards, wherein the story starts at the end of the characters' lives in the world of this show, and time ticks backward to the very beginning when they were still young and full of hope. And it's a very sad, bittersweet kind of thing, especially exemplified by the finale number, which is the Sondheim's anthem, Our Time, which kind of exudes that youthful hope and those dreams that everybody has when they're going into their 20s and even their 30s, as I am now. Oh God, I'm aging myself. But Our Time is, in my opinion, the best musical theater graduation song that could exist. And it's especially tragic because we know that from the backward storytelling that these characters' lives are not going to end happily. But so I was in tears, needless to say. But we all hope that such a fate does not await us and that our dreams will come true. Me and you, man, me and you. The Fiasco Theater also did a production of Into the Woods at Roundabout off-Broadway in the same house, I believe. But I unfortunately did not get to catch that. In fact, I have not seen a production of Into the Woods live, despite it being probably my first introduction to the master. I've seen the original Broadway cast on DVD more times than I can count. And I would love to be in Merrily We Roll Along as well as Into the Woods someday in really any role, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, Merrily We Roll Along is kind of the ultimate cult musical. It's an example of how, even though a show might fail miserably on its first go around, it can be rediscovered later on as a hidden treasure of the canon and find a whole new life among the theater folk. And with that, thank you very much for joining me again. Go listen to Merrily We Roll Along if you're not familiar with it. This has been Memory of Magnet with Amanda DeLalla. Good night, and I will see you next time.